Yes, Mushi, I got it. Yep.
Okay, you're co-host. Okay, cool. Welcome everyone. Let me share my desktop. Okay, that's not the one I wanted to share. Let's see, here it is. You see, you guys see my desktop, right?
Yes.
Okay, welcome. I got those who is new with us and those are already existing members. I am Mushi Bhuiyan. I am a founder of this nonprofit organization, UrbanHood Alliance. It is a 501c3 food bank. We take care of people in when I say take care of people in mostly food need, but it's still with since COVID started, there are other needs people need. People come up with us, and then with our resource and help, whatever we can do, we help them locally and also with some of the overseas countries across the world. And Urban Food Alliance has a educational program with UrbanHood. If you have not visited, please visit urbanhood.org. Here we focus on mostly educational content, mostly financial literacy, those type of content we do. Uh, every week we do this kind of things, on our website. You'll see our meetup. On the meetups, you'll see that the different topics. This coming Tuesday, we'll be talking about long-term investment. And weekdays, we meet with the folks like Steve and others, who does the day trading or is more active traders. We meet every day around noon, 12:30. In the all the details on the website. And what else I want to share? Okay, everything I'm sharing here educational purpose only. Everything I'm sharing educational purpose only. As an investor, as a trader, you need to do your own due diligence. At the end, it's your money, your pain. If you lose, nobody is going to take the responsibility. That's the risk of investment. Please make sure that you understand investment risk before you get in investment. Okay, now let's talk about market. What do we see? So last week, this is what you're looking at last week,
Hello?
Nasdaq. Yes.
Yes, I know.
Okay. Yeah, if you're not speaking, please mute your line. Thank you. So last week you see the Dow Jones, Dow, and S&P and Nasdaq, and the other one ETF, S&P ETF here. From Monday till Tuesday, you see the pretty much Monday, Tuesday, where it is lagging. Friday, you see that how Nasdaq went up. How Nasdaq pretty much, is touching almost like all-time high. Whatever it happened about 2 months ago, it's coming back to that state. For S&P, if the S&P already all-time high is there, Dow Jones is just keep going higher. So one thing, what we are seeing, we have seen last few weeks that market was just like did not have the direction, and so many since end of February, since money was rotating. It's not like a lot of selling off happening, but the from technology money was going to different sector, energy, financials, and others. But last week, what we have seen is big shift happening. That where now money is shifting back to in technologies. So what are we seeing here this week on S&P? So here on this chart, what are you looking at? You're seeing it. So all these different things is all moving average, but I'm not going to go all the technical details. But what I want you take a look at it here. Look at S&P already over 403, 409, and stuff. On the right side, this does a key point that you need to look into 409. If you see that S&P, that in SPY, the ticker SPY is above 409, you are going to see that SPY, whole S&P 500 is going to go higher and higher. So what's the next resistance? Resistance means like ceiling. If it can go for 13. If it can stay above 413, it's going to go 416, 419, that range this coming week. However, if it's for some reason it cannot hold 409, it fall back. That's called support, means it can go down. If that happens, you're going to see that it's coming back to around below 400, 398 range. Okay. Overall, what we are seeing that the market has is shifted, meaning last week we saw that market did very good. Before previous week also market closed in good. Now this coming week there is a couple of economic factor that I'm going to share with you, and then you can make conclusion. No, nobody knows what will happen definitely, but we can predict based on the what happened before, right? So what we think that although if SPY is going to go higher, or it might be sit there in consolidating, trying to stay above wherever it is right now, 410, 409 in that area. Okay. So this week, some of the things that you may need to do, at least keep an eye on if you are a day trader or if you are a short-term trader, that on Monday there will be a summit. It's a chip that the chip summit where you guys already heard about that. You know that Intel, AMD, or others that's coming up. That's like we don't have enough chips for and chip shortage. So White House is invited bunch of other CEOs and other leaders from the business, and they're going to see what the country as a whole can do and support that industry. Well, that's one of the key things that you might want to say. Keep an eye on it. That will affect AMD and the others like Taiwan, the semiconductors, other the whole stocks. You might see that something plus minus is going to happen. Okay, the financial earnings that starting this coming week, the big one. Whole cycle is going to start again now. Q1 for 2021 starting. So this is a big earnings kickoff is going to happen. You'll see JP Morgan and you'll see Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Citi, all of them going to start sharing their earnings starting Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We're going to see a bunch of them coming in. Now is the time to show that its financials are able to keep up their growth. The growth what we have seen comparing last year and this year, it went so fast, right? We'll see it. Then economic data, CPI, and some other job data and other economical data also going to come out on Thursday, Friday. That's also keep an eye. That will give us more indication knowing that okay, market might be still more bullish. It has more upside to go. On top of it, you guys are already hearing this $2.5 trillion or plus minus. They're trying to readjust the number. What goes in infrastructure bill, what does not belong in infrastructure. All those discussion is going to add more and more momentum to the market to go upside. So next good thing is like in UK market, and that you may already know that they have a big strong lockdown. They are going to be opening up starting Monday, I guess, or Monday, and then we'll see how that goes. And the new business, small business, they're going to start opening up. Hopefully, that's also good momentum for U.S. market and Europe market also, to go higher. And then EU has this whole COVID threat that you guys are already hearing. The vaccine rollout is not going as expected. So we'll see that if they can still keep the number down, and while UK is opening up, that Europe, Germany, and Italy, and those countries can keep up. Hopefully, that may not, honestly, that may not affect too much on US market, but US, those who is doing in forex and futures, that will affect the market. Just give it's good to know that. And then I think Taiwan, the semiconductor earnings are coming also this coming week. That's one of the big things that you may need to honestly, those who own that stock, you might want to see what they're talking about, that on an expansion. What are they doing to cover on to support this is chip shortage? How are they planning to expand on that? That and the guidance is going to add a key momentum for whole semiconductor industry. So as far as that the power sector performance, you can see last week, technology is kind of blew up all of them, right? For a long time we saw technology is just lagging last few last week, technology went the highest. And then in consumer services, where we saw that Amazon was leading that whole sector, industrial, consumer, financials, all of them was doing okay. But energy and oil and gas are lagging. So we have seen that this money was shifted before there. Now it's coming back to technology, which is good. Technology participating, right? So and here watch banking and energy sector next week, which is this coming week. And the other thing that you might want to see that the stock side, those renewable energy, basic material, and infrastructure, any stock in those sector that you think that you want to keep an eye on at it, that for long term that it'll do well. On the long term, it will do well if when that whole $2.5 trillion gets approved, and over long run that money is going to be spent. It's not like they are spending that money in 2 years, 3 years. It's a 10 years commitment that they're making, right? So you'll see that some of these under kind of overbought area, right? The and from here might go shift money go to in oversold here, or you might want to keep an eye on it. Okay. Okay, that I have. Now as far as coming to this few stock, I am going to pause a little bit and just take any question, then I'm going to share few stock, but I want to hear from few others if you guys have and I saw Abdul had a couple good stocks that he talked. Abdul, if you can share, I can open chart if you want me. But I would like people know about that.
Yeah, Mushi, can you give me 5 minutes?
Okay, all right. So while he's there, who else I talked to? Steve. Steve, yeah, go ahead, Steve. You raised your hand.
I just wanted to see if anyone kind of had any experience with IPOs. I know that Coinbase has kind of been usually talked about in the news and everything. I know they're really risky, but if anyone's ever done any research about it and see what their opinions on or if their thoughts are, or an IPO, I know it doesn't go at marketing bell. Like, how would you even jump on that? If it's usually 10:30 IPOs come out.
Anyone is going investing with Coinbase here? Fine. Okay. It looks like nobody is, but
It's coming as a direct listing, I guess, not as an IPO SPAC. I mean, not a SPAC, but I think it's direct listing is what they are going with. Especially.
When are coming? When are they? Do they have a date, Guru? Do you know?
The 14th.
14th. Oh, okay. So this coming week. When I say I would not, I know that recently there are other IPO came in. I usually don't buy it at the beginning myself, and I don't buy it at the IPO beginning, and then I watch how market reacts and then buy in the dip. Now, like snow, I got in snow, but when snow came in first 2-3 days, snow was flying like crazy. But when it went dipped, then I bought snow. AI is another one. IPO recent, not too long ago. It was. Let me see. Open up AI. C3 AI. Let me share my desktop. You guys can see. You see my
This is Ranjit here. I see that Coinbase is 81% overvalued.
Okay.
So that's what I saw in the recent news. Due to this recent the crypto price spike, Coinbase is doing good. But
right.
Yeah, it's a very, very risky stock is what I'm hearing, I'm seeing in the several news papers.
Yep. I agree that Ranjit, like those Steve, I would not buy it. I would buy it only to get dipped, and not at this price. But you look at that AI, that C3 AI when it started, it came about 95. It's open, but look at it. Current price is below 60, right? And then it jumped so high. You can see that it jumped even over $100 it went. 108, almost like 182. But those imagine those who got it and they got out, and then now again it's back to below $100. So when this new IPO comes in, they have to prove that it's worth staying that price. Otherwise, I would not buy it. And the Coinbase, the what you are saying, right now whole crypto world is so high, you do not know what's going to happen. We have a separate group. We talk about coin and Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. I would wait. I would not buy right away. I'll see how market reacts, and then once it's IPO, a lot of analysts going to come up and add their opinion and see how they are surviving in public market.
Okay, Mushi, I'm back.
And Mushi, you talked about the chips, right? Shortage of chips.
Yes.
So would that impact Qualcomm?
Yeah, Qualcomm is one of them, right? This one is the one I said that Taiwan TSAM. Oh no, what happened? Isn't it TSAM? Taiwan TSAM, right?
Yes, Sam.
Just TSM. Tom, Sam, Mary. Without a.
Oh, without a Tom Sam Mary. Okay, that's why. But look at that. This one on 4-hour chart. What do I see on 4 hours? Still on high. 4-hour chart, it's right here. So and it was like 227. It's sitting right now 124. I do say that it can come up, it can go higher. I have not seen this actually in my indicator to see what the big industry is doing. Industry is doing what the smart man is doing. I'm not sure if Ramon is in the group. If he is, I would like to know what they're doing. Okay. If you look at it last time, their earnings, when they had earnings, it did go higher. And then it pulled back right after 2 days, it pulled back. 2-3 days came back. Right? So their earnings is going to be this coming week. We'll see how they survive, when they share in China market. Right? But while you are saying this is another stock, we are seeing that it can go higher. Last week we saw a lot of movement happening on this stock. See that on 4-hour chart versus it's just going higher. From here, you see that slowly it came. Earnings also not bad. It looks like earnings was positive, and this is going to go. It's ready to go over 100. Okay, Abdul, yeah, go ahead.
Is this one on apps?
Yes, apps. Tell folks about app. I'll open the chart.
You can see on apps, last week there was heavy call buying on this in the last few days, with expiration later in the month in April. $95 calls, very heavy activity. $90 calls. So something's going on with this stock here with the volume. It's been moving steadily up. It's been very strong in the market. As you can see with the chart here that Mushi is presenting, it's pulled back from its highs, but it's up almost 100% for the year from its lows, and it still has more room to move up. So watch this one. The other one was Tiger, TIGR.
And those who is watching this, he was looking for apps. You can see that if from tomorrow, if you want to buy it this week, it will be good tomorrow to see if you can get anything 83 range to 83 to here. See that 83 to 86 in that range. If it pull back, it's a very good price if you can get around 83. Right or not?
Look at the 6 days of green every day. 6 bars of green.
Yeah. If I see the daily, daily looks like pretty much a last only on last week on Wednesday it's down, but on the daily chart, yeah, pretty much it looks like from here to from $70 it went to 86 on the daily chart. It's also is going higher, right?
So,
So
90 plus is the target on this.
Okay. So
The other was Tiger, TIGR.
TIGR.
This is a volatile stock. It is volatile, as you can see. But it's down from its highs. Again, a lot of unusual option activity on this stock for April and beyond in the 20 and 2250 calls. Look at the chart again. I think it's been consolidating, ready to break out.
Mhm.
If it breaks out above that 20, I think it's going to 2250, then 25, and then possibly higher. So
Yeah, if you look at that, you see the weekly chart in it is over $30 stock. It came down now last 2 weeks, it's good, it's going over. So in order for it, to stay above, 20, and then once it goes above 20, 24 is the next one. If it can above 24, then it's going to be coming back to over, let's see, 26, 27, and then over 30 on the upside. Right. Okay, these two.
there's two there.
I know you like BA.
BA, but also I want to talk about Nuance.
Nuance. Okay.
Let's do BA first. I think Raman can maybe chime in on this one as well. It had a nice pullback last week, and it's all because of news, which Raman mentioned earlier. It's a short term in far as the pullback, but it's a nice long term hold.
Yeah. It's a good stock. I mean, most of you already know that they had a new orders coming in. It made pullback, but from here, when was that 25th? It pulled back and then it's slowly steady going up. It could not stay above 260. Now try to consolidate around this range, but we did see that more and more action happening last week. You see that on the 4-hour chart, they're pretty much at the bottom. It is ready to come back up.
Mushi, there was a news that Microsoft is trying to buy this company.
Yes, Nuance, and that's what he was talking about. Go ahead, Abdul. Yeah, I'll open the Nuance. Go ahead. You can talk about it, Nuance.
I'm in all these ones I've mentioned. I'm in all of them right now. Nuance, as you can see, the chart very good. It's been that trading range about 45. Over the weekend, Bloomberg put out news that Microsoft has made a bid to buy Nuance. So on Monday, this is going to spike. It could go to even 60. Microsoft has offered $56 per share to buy this $16 billion investment to buy Nuance. Along with Discord, they're offered to buy as well. So this one, if you've got it, fantastic. If not, maybe you can catch some momentum and make a quick day trade out of this one as it moves higher. So just watch this one. It's definitely Microsoft wants to buy this one.
Yeah, if you look at it on 1-hour chart, huge buy, huge volume came in, and that's a pullback last week.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And Mushi, you want to touch on Apple? What's going on at Apple?
Oh, Apple. Yeah, Apple. What do we see with Apple? Look at Apple, like a 4-hour chart is kind of breaking out almost. It went in over 132. I think this is something we did say last week. And when it's last week, those who watched, sometimes technical analysis can prove you wrong. Last week at some Sunday, I believe that we did say, based on some other analytics we have given, it came out as bearish, because if you look at it, the weekly chart or daily chart, you see that its trend was okay, and it's bearish. We said okay, and it's going to come down and pull back and bearish, but it proven us wrong this coming week. It says it started when this like on 5th. 5th is on Monday. Since Monday, it just keep going up. Since Monday, it just went the other direction. We thought it was going to pull back last week. After here, it could not. But look at that, and it's right now on this 4-hour daily chart. It's broken out, but we a lot of low algo or dark pool. We say that same time people are putting money on the both side, call side and put side. We'll see that if it can. Apple has any news, or anybody knows that else? Apple
Earnings on 428.
Earnings is 28, right? 428.
Yeah.
Yeah. So exactly. Yeah. Thanks, Guru. Whenever we see that earnings coming up. Company like them might go up higher to go in Apple. Last time it touched 144. If you look at weekly chart, Apple has what 144 on it. It has to. I would not be surprised before earning it can go back 144 zone before it come back and pull back. But is this going to happen this week? We do not know. We'll see.
There's a lot of smart money behind this and heavy buying on this, Mushi. From what I'm seeing in targets of that 145 to 150 range.
Well, and Apple.
Apple, yeah, a lot of buying with the institution buying.
Good. Apple, we have seen it long time. It did not participate in S&P. So for S&P to go higher, Apple has to go higher. When Apple has to, when others already participated, Microsoft is doing very well. That Amazon is doing well. It's Apple's time now to go higher. Yep, we'll see. All right. What else? I want to share another on JD.com. I know there are people who is afraid of Chinese stock, but this stock has gotten beaten up enough. We do think that it has a chance that it's a very good price sitting at. If you like to hold something for long term, this is stock you might consider adding it. They have a strong fundamental, and the rough time they're going through is not going to survive too long. All right, I would not. Honestly, I would just put some position on JD.com. Okay, and the other thing what we have seen on Baba also same thing. A lot of smart money is putting on Baba, although they just got beaten up enough and they got a huge fine. And we do see that there will be a strong Baba has a strong support at this range, 220 to 225 range. You'll see Baba is going over 225 this coming week.
Mushi, this is Raman. I can share my screen if you want me to share the flow.
Yeah, if you can just say share the Baba and JD.
I'm actually going to discuss about Boeing since Abdul
okay.
mentioned about it.
Okay, Raman. Let me make sure. I see you have a two connection.
Yes, I do.
Okay, I made
let's
it.
See.
Both of them you're able to share.
Yes, excellent. Thank you. All right, now I can share it. Okay, so Boeing, first of all, I think Boeing, as Abdul said, there was, I'm sure most of you already read it. They had some electrical issues. I think it could be a short-term downtrend, which may happen. But if you look at the algos right now, you see how they kept on selling in the 15-minute chart, and now it's kind of going up. And there's no diversion. The price is kind of going up as with the algos. So those who people don't know, this white line is the institutions buying. Purple line is the price index. This is on a 1-minute chart for Boeing on the right-hand side. This also shows the price is moving along with the institutions. Now, there's a possibility Boeing may have a pullback, but watch out for the 243, 245 area. That could be a good support for Boeing. So if you want to make an entrance, I would say, that could be a good area. It may go down more if there's a pullback in SPY, as she said. 409, 413 could be a good sense. So if there's a pullback, because Dow has not suffered a pullback in a long time now. So if there's pullback across the market, then Boeing will also see some lows. But if you look into entry, that's the area I would look into. Baba, I think Baba, as we all know, it's being beaten down a lot. And 212 is a very strong area of support. And if you actually look into the Baba chart, or if you guys, whenever you have some time,
look at it, it has been bouncing off the 221 area from last 2 weeks. It goes down, it just bounced back, goes back to 227. $212. I think that's the area I want to buy Baba. I'm already in Baba. I do have my position. They are in negative right now. That's okay. That the area I will probably average is 212. That's the area I'm waiting for Baba to get in. So if you look at it, institutions are still buying it. The price of this is the institutions buying it, price going up. So they're kind of following, right? Both of there's no real diversion. The institutions are selling it, the price going up. It's not like that. They're kind of moving together in the same direction, which is a good sign. I think if you look at Apple, I'm going to change it. We discussed about Apple also. Apple is kind of following the same. You see that price going up, institutions buying it. So, and since the earnings are coming, Apple may go back to 137. I think 137 is going to be key area. It has been a good resistance in the past, and then watch out for 145, which it has hit. Yes.
Are you with us, Rama?
His mic's off.
Do you guys hear Raman?
No.
I don't hear him. Okay.
There's something wrong with his mic, I think.
Yeah, I think something wrong with his mic. Right?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Okay, I think something happened between the two connections. Anyway, sorry about that. So the Baba is also going up, Apple going up with the price. I think one of the diversion I saw, which I've been seeing for quite time, is Viacom. Now this is a good example of diversion. You see that how the price has been beaten down and algos keep on buying it. You see, that's the real diversion we look out for. So I'm expecting this guy to come back to at least this level, with this 49 level, because that's where the divergence started. You see this area, that's the 49 area, the purple line right here, 47, 48 area. Purple line started going down, algos keep on buying it. So there's still price going down, looks like people are still selling it, but algos are still buying it. So let's watch out for this Viacom. So I think it's a good level to buy if you want to buy. Just nimble a little bit and then see how it goes. If there's any particular stock you guys want me to look at, I can look at it.
Abdul, can you? I'm sorry, Raman, can you take a look at it? Baidu.
Sure.
Baidu, and somebody says Microsoft.
Maybe I'll do Baba and oops.
You did Baba, didn't you?
Yeah. I just want to compare Baidu and Baba side by side because both are. Oh yeah. So it's kind of following the same trend. I don't see any real diversion there. Yeah, there's some diversion on the 1 minute chart. Price, algo selling it, price still going up. But if we look at long for the 15-minute chart, it's kind of pretty much the same. So algo selling it, price going down. So I don't see any real diversion in where the price is going to go up or down. But for now, it's the same direction. So I don't see any diversion. Like Viacom, we saw some diversion, but there's difference how algos are doing it and how the price is behaving. So that's something on my watch list, VIAC. But let's see. I mean, we all know what happened with VIAC in the past. So I think most of the people know about
heard
it.
like hedge funds were crashing last week due to margin calls. Maybe that's the reason it could come back. Maybe then that is the situation.
That is the reason why it is down, because of the margin call the hedge fund had in Asia. They had to unload their position.
Yep.
The stock was floating in that 40 range for a long time, and then it broke out and it went all the way high to 100. And then this call came in where they had to liquidate. But the overall market, far as the big institutions, they're buying this right now. a very good price point to get in that $40 range.
I mean, same as Baidu also, I think, right? It something
Yes.
like VIS.
All the holdings they had, Baidu, Baba,
All
Tencent,
Chinese.
all of them, because he had to margin call, they had to unload millions and millions of shares. So they were the victim of a Discovery Channel, also was a victim of this.
So, yeah, Raman, I guess
Thanks, Abdul.
go.
Okay, I think you asked about Microsoft also, Mushi.
Yeah.
So Microsoft is following the same trend. I think one of the things, if you notice, I think Feb mid was probably the QQQ. Nasdaq was at its highest point at that time. It got beaten down. Apple was beaten down like more than 20% from the highs, and then Microsoft to like 10%. I'm sorry, 5-6%, and most of the other stocks. But if you look at it, as the Nasdaq is coming back, all the stocks with good balance sheet have come up. But if you look at all the speculative ones with high, they're good, their price to revenue was so high, they are getting beaten down now. I mean, if you pick up any stock, let's say Fubo, it has not come back to its high, although Apple and Microsoft are kind of bouncing from the lows. So that's something to watch out for, because I think 220 was a different market altogether. Now probably we are going into a real market, how it has been. So just watch out for those stocks.
Can you check NIO, NIO, and then XPV, expand?
NIO, let's see. So NIO, I see it's kind of Mushi. You may add if I'm wrong, but I think the price is kind of following the algos. I don't see any diversion. It's kind of pretty much the same on both on the 1 minute chart and both on the 15-minute chart. So I think algos are kind of buying it and keeps on pushing the stock high.
Right.
It still had a long, 38, 39 area is a very strong resistance for, and you can probably look at it right here. It's a good resistance for NIO, this area.
Yep. And then check expand XPV, please.
XPV.
B. Right.
Algos kind of buying it on 15-minute chart. There's a little diversion.
Yeah. Honestly, it's not a divergence. If you see that as price is going down, algo also just unloading it. And then on the 1 minute chart, if you see that as price goes down, 1 minute chart is there, algo is buying it. So on the one short term, it looks like, it looks like that the other on 15-minute chart is a long term. It's not, there is no divergence. It's just like, okay, it's going the same direction. But on the short term, we are seeing that there is the buying is happening because they are taking advantage of cheaper price for XPV. Expand, and then GSX. If you can do GSX, and let's see, we'll do two more, guys, and then we'll just end it. And the Qualcomm, GSX and Qualcomm. So these two looks like is going with the same direction. There is no divergence. It's just like as it's going down, that they are also unloading it as this. What you already heard, GSX is another big hedge fund has to unload. For those who doesn't know this big hedge fund, they have $20 billion margin call. So when you have a $20 billion margin call, they try to protect their stock and get the loan from other banks, pretty much most of them rejecting them. Okay. So they, and some of these stock they hold, this GSX is one of them on their portfolio, and Baba and Baidu, many other stocks are getting hit. Viacom. Okay, so that's this is a short term. is going to turn around. Qualcomm, what are we seeing on Qualcomm? The same on the Qualcomm is
yeah.
the same. There is no on the same means, there is no divergence. When I said I always say divergence, we are saying that as price is going higher, I'll go our institution they're buying on the short term and long term, which is it's normal.
Again, yeah, Qualcomm is and with the chip shortage, I think they all gonna get benefit in the long term. But again, going to my previous point, look at these guys all have good balance sheet. They're good cash. So they even after they were beaten down because of the Nasdaq going down, like beaten down by 10%, these guys are now coming back. So watch out for good companies. I mean, if they have good cash on hand, those companies are kind of coming up as the Nasdaq is going up. But if you look at other companies which don't have good earnings, good cash on hand, they are still struggling as compared to the Feb highs. So watch out for things in your portfolio.
Yep. Thank you, Raman.
I'm going to stop sharing my screen, Mushi.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep, that's it. I'm going to share one more, and then we are going to just take any questions you have. Fastly, FSLY. Watch this coming week. Fastly got beaten up a lot right now. I'm looking at 4-hour chart. Look at 4-hour chart sitting at the bottom. It went down to be even on Friday. It went below $65. It came down and came back up. Now, this coming week, you're going to see that Fastly is uptrending. It's ready to come back over 70. Once it can go over 70, then it's going to come back to over 75 and 80, but it is over $100 stock. But you're going to see that this stock has a momentum to come back up.
I'm done.
Okay, so that's it for this coming week. And I'm ready to take any questions you may have. And I shared that there is a Telegram group during the day. We try to stay active in that group. You are welcome to join and then ask any questions. And then we'll share what we see using the technical analysis, and some of those, all the tools what you have seen that we're using is paid, it's not free. So we are in our community, we share with others using those paid services.
So Mushi, I would like to ask about GME. You said, those stocks are not something that can be predicted. But seeing that that is consistent, this is a slight decline, but it's been between the range that 160 to 190 for the past couple of weeks.
Yes, it's finding its room space, right? Let me open the chart. Yeah, okay. You see my desktop, right? Yeah, if you look at a GME, that 4 hours, what you're saying is the 4 hours ticker, you see it stayed this range. It's a long time it stayed this range. This is 180 below 200 range. And it's also right after that, it's 200 range. But the GME now, they reshuffle their management and also business structure. So as Reddit is pushing and this new management coming in, I would not be surprised. I see that there's a trend is there at the bottom. And Ramon, I did not know if you still have it open to see what's happening on GME.
Sorry, Mushi, I already logged out of that
To
part.
close it, let me see if I have a GME in my alert came in or not. What you are looking at, we do during the work every day, come up with a list of the stock. It picks up in our radar. I'm using let's see here. Did it show up? No, it did not. Okay. You know, let me just open it. Just give me a second. Let me see what I see. Trade. Okay. Yeah, but while I'm opening the screen on the GME, but technically the GME looks like it's ready to come back up this coming week. First, it has to be over 180. And then last week we saw that it was just lagging. It tried to make a big push to stay over 180. It could not. It went back below. But if it can stay above 180, then you are going to see the GMA is going over 200 this coming week. Let's see while it's coming. GMA 15 minutes. Okay, what do we see? Let me see. You can see my desktop, right? On GME on 15 minutes as it's going down, it looks like their algo also selling as on the 15 minutes. Let me see what's happened on the short term one, because last week on the short term you see that on the short term, which is exactly we predicted, as is staying here down, algo seems to be buying. Okay, so they are also predicting that this week is going to go higher. Okay, so I would not be just, this is what happens with the meme in stock, right? Then this is, but I am bullish this coming week for GME.
Thank you, Munshi.
Okay. Any other questions? And Steve, are you still with us? Steve, and we had a couple of guests. Are you guys still with us?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm still here. Thank you for having me. I wanted to know, someone had mentioned earlier, like the options affecting the stock. So I mean, outside watching the patterns and the indicators, how do you find out? I know you have algo, which is the first time I've heard of that, but the options of affecting the trend of the stock.
Okay. There are commercial tools, or there is something usually the Thinkorswim we use. TD has a tool, Thinkorswim. In Thinkorswim, there is a trade flash. On the trade flash, it shows you a lot of the big options. Who is buying, what the volume is free. You do not have to pay for it. Or there are other tools like Flow Algo or Benzinga. There are commercial tools that also shows you the options, the volume of options. What people are buying. When I say call means people are bullish. They're saying it's going to go higher. Or put means it's going to be bearish. They're saying they're making speculating is going to go down, right? So when somebody is putting the huge amount of money on bullish side, typically this big institution, they know something that you and we do not know. So sometimes they put a ridiculous amount of money, millions, on stocks. Let's say, for example, Apple. We might, if we see that this coming week, starting with tomorrow, 140, Apple is 140. A lot of calls coming in option. That means they think that there are some good news also coming on our Apple side that is going to go higher than 140, right?
You said there was a flash tab on Thinkorswim.
Yeah, Thinkorswim. There is a trade flash, I believe.
Trade flash.
Yeah.
Go to your homepage. On the homepage left-hand bottom corner where you have your watch list, your account info, there's a gearbox. Click on the gearbox, and you'll see it says Trade Flash. Add that to your
favorite on the left side. Yeah.
I will do that.
Yeah,
Thank you guys for answering my very beginner questions, but I very much
yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah, no worries. We all start from somewhere, right?
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else?
And how about Zoom, Mushi?
Zoom.
Technology stocks were recently doing good.
Zoom is Zoom. It's just like consolidating. It's trying to figure out which direction it should be, above 300 or below 300. 320 is sitting there long time, 320, 325 range.
Yeah, it recently touched 400, 420.
Yeah, it did touch the 400, but it did not do any. When was that? Before its earning. Since earning came out really good number, all this, but Zoom could not, capitalize earning. So the reason on Zoom is doing. When I said Zoom is going down, because right now, reality is coming back together. Zoom already went so high that market is already saying that with the current price, Zoom should be around 300. To 300 or below. If they're consistently showing this revenue, they're saying they are bringing in, which you might see Zoom is going to have profitable revenue another few more quarters. They might in S&P might announce they're going to add Zoom back in S&P 500. If that happens, Zoom is going to maybe go higher. But for now, Zoom is just consolidating.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, guys, it's 10:29. Thank you everyone for joining, and I guess I hope you guys will join us. And during the days, we will do this on this type of sessions on Tuesday night. We're going to talk about long-term investment. So join us on Tuesday night. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you.